Right, so here we are on Democracy 4 again, part of our Tax and Elect series. If you haven't watched the first video, don't forget to go and look at that now to start the beginning of the story. But as you can see here, we have won our first term after our initial election victory, and overall here we've got 53.3% of the vote. We did start to take a bit of a turn and decide that we would increase taxes quite a bit, income tax, never normally popular, to try and pay off the deficit, which we did within the first year, and then we started to pay down the debt while simultaneously implementing advancements in public services, and that has left us with a majority now. If we do have a look at the changes, some of the biggest impacts, a reminder: international trade has been slashed, but the currency strength, plant-based diets, GDP, air travel all up a lot, food price down, electric car transition has been helped a lot, and poverty is down a lot. Although there are some problems on the horizon, education's increased a quarter, but rare earth metal prices are going through the roof. So as our push for technological advancement goes up, we do have to keep an eye on this. So we're now going to begin our next term and see if we can build upon what we made last term. So, post-election reshuffle, are we going to do it? No, I think we're going to keep the same cabinet. Face on new banknotes. So new banknotes are coming out. Should we pick Honourable Archbishop or a famous human rights activist? Well, we've done a big push on human rights and equality, so I think Natalie Garcia, who's been on the front line to defend human rights for anyone, anywhere in the world. Let's go with her. Religious aren't happy, foreign relations, liberalism, liberal, fantastic. Cynical voters. Changes to the welfare fraud department so close to the election made some of the voters cynical about your party. I guess they've right to be cynical. It was pretty cynical. Gig economy is imminent if we don't do something. Right, we might have to see what we can do with that. Maybe have a look at labour laws. We've still got the surplus in a healthy place. The economy's doing well. Heavenly Justice, I'm guessing that might be a religious group, is not very happy with us. Where are they? Heavenly Justice. Oh, Angels of Heavenly Justice. There's 34 of them at the moment. Well, okay, we'll keep an eye on that. And the cabinet's okay. People are indifferent. We estimate getting 68% in the next election. GDP is still rising, which is good. Poverty's pretty much been eradicated, so let's go from there. Debt, we got our AAA rating back. Fantastic. Debt to GDP, we've got it down from near 100% to 75. If we can get that down to 50, that would be great. And relative GDP is going up. This is good. This is good. So, let's see. What can we do now? So, we could lower income taxes. But, do we want to do that at the moment? What are the big issues? Well, the gig economy was something that needed looking at there. So if we go to uncompetitive economy, which is the current situation. Oh, surprising. I was expecting there it was to make it uncompetitive with the labour laws, but it appears not. Now labour laws are here. Now, they're balanced at the moment, so the working week is quite up there. Productivity is up slightly, wages down. Now, it's going to cost us more to increase it. If we increased it to be more favourable, for example, though. Then socialism gets a boost, trade unionism gets a boost, the working week comes down. Capitalists start getting a bit negative, productivity goes down slightly, wages go up, still balanced but less balanced, but would put a halt a bit to the gig economy. Is there another way we can do that though? Government subsidies for trade unions. Not very popular with the public though. Workers on boards. It is interesting to see where to go from here. 'Cause stuff like automation tax, which would be good to look at in the future, and the possible way to reduce income tax, it's not popular with the voters at all. Plastic tax. We don't really want to do anything that damages GDP at the moment. A luxury goods tax. Frequent flyer tax. Empty homes tax. Could cost us 2 million to implement. Could raise us 1.25 billion. So we've got a bit more political capital that we can use than last term, which is helping. Capitalist, wealthy and retired won't like it. Socialist, youth, farmers. Socialism. But it's not popular at all, is it? With the Climate Change Adoption Fund. Unemployment down. Environmentalist up. Where was unemployment when we looked at it? Unemployment started at 46% and it's dropped down now. It could come a way down there, couldn't it? And as it's extremely popular, it does cost a fortune though. Ooh, it takes a long time to implement. So I was thinking, should we save that till close to the next election? But given the implementation time and the environment we did identify as a big issue coming up, oh, it just feels like a bit of a push at the moment. University grants, ensure equality of opportunity. Well, this would increase employment, decrease that. Tackle the generational wealth gap, which was rising. Increase education. Let's go for that. It's costly, let's go on. Generous grants. Education increases, state employment increases, parents are happier with it, youth happier with it, youth income is increased, socialism increases, state membership increases, unemployment decreases massively, generational wealth gap decreases massively. For 2.92 billion for those effects, that is pretty good, I'll have to say, so let's go with that. And there isn't an awful lot of new stuff that we can do at the moment that is actually popular. Compulsory water meters, we could save that till closer to the election. Fuel efficiency standards. Capitalists won't like it, car usage will go up though. We don't want to prompt that at the moment because I just don't think the roads are good enough. Right. What do we want to do? Reforestation is already at maximum. What can we do to keep on tackling healthcare demand? Healthcare demand, tobacco usage driving it up. So if we look at tobacco taxes, there's no way we can increase them. But is there possibly changes that we could do to tobacco law? Maybe respiratory diseases there, just off screen, unhelpfully. Says it's not being contributed to by smoking law, which is slightly strange, I will have to say, but right, graduate tax. Graduate tax is funding generational wealth cap, but it does give us a bit of income at the moment. I want to kind of see where the land lays. Alright, what's this over here? Environmental protests because of the environment, which is being heavily affected by GDP, but GDP is good. Car emissions limits. Can we do? No, we can't do more to limit them. Is there anything else, any new policy we can do with the environment? None that we can do at the moment, although electric cars would be popular. We've just not got the capital this turn. Do you know what? Let's go. Let's see what happens. Russian ships approach again. Urgh. Might have to look at investing in the military a bit. Uncompetitive economy is at the end. The only posed lack of competitiveness of our companies has now subsided. Fantastic. Gridlock, however, is imminent because of traffic congestion. For 3 generations, Diana Ransom and the family have run a small, well-regarded food manufacturer making candy for children. The junk food tax. Well, we've got an obesity problem, so the budget is in good shape. 13.59 billion surplus. Keep on paying off those that debt. Government is popping lots extra. Poll rating is 72%. We've got nearly 1 million new members. Cabinet's loyal. Perfect. Right. Debt is keeping on decreasing. Fantastic. If you look at our expenditure now, debt interest is 4.1%, so we're getting it under control. Fab. Climate Change Adoption Fund is something worth considering. National Anthem at the start of the news sounds popular. Compulsory water meters, we're saving that one, aren't we? Health tax credits, really popular. Packaging tax. I don't want to damage GDP at the moment, though. Transport, what can we do on transport to get rid of gridlock? High-speed rail subsidies, it's going to cost a lot, but productivity will increase, decrease unemployment, car usage will go down. It's a big spend, but we might have to start looking at that. I would say. Do you know what? Let's go with that. Gets harder to make choice in the second term. High-speed rail subsidies is really popular. 16 quarters to implement. Commuters up, air travel down, productivity up, international trade up, unemployment and car usage down. Let's go with that. Let's max it out. Let's go for the Hyperloop. I like the Hyperloop. Car usage will drop 15%. Commuters up 23%, unemployment down 4%, air travel down 4%, international trade up, productivity up. Let's go. Right, that is going to spend most of our surplus though. We do have to be aware of that. Carpooling is already at maximum. Hybrid cars initiative is really popular. Now if we introduce electric cars, and we can't, fuel efficiency standards though wouldn't cost us a lot, but would reduce oil demand and CO2 and help us tackle the environment, so let's do it. Because knocking 6% off CO2 emissions would be great, and reducing our oil demand means the price fluctuation doesn't affect us as much. Boom. See what happens. Hackers breach critical systems. Well, they've committed a crime under the Computer Misuse Act, so there might be dangerous flaws in the systems, but they should have told us about them. It could have caused a catastrophe. Let's arrest them. Technology down a bit, strong leader up. Public Services Ministry is tired, might want to leave, okay. Traffic congestion is ridiculous. Polls say we'd get 86% at the moment. Data is showing that we have a potentially bad situation of bureaucracy, funded by the Welfare Fraud Department. Cabinet overall is alright, and we've got a small surplus. Okay. still going in the right direction. And overall, high-speed rail, we're only just getting started with it decreasing the car usage because it has such a long implementation time. That's fine. Law and order, proportionate fines. Right to privacy. Right to die. Private prisons. An anti-corruption agency. Interesting. Bicycle subsidies. Wouldn't cost a lot, but might help us with the car situation. We don't want to spike the fuel price with that, but for a relatively low cost, could use ultra low sulfur fuel. Electric Cars Initiative, reduce oil demand further, boost the transition to electric, but it would cost up to 4.8 billion, that is quite a lot. Subsidised school buses, won't cost a lot, but that could help us quite a bit, but it might be better to leave it close to the election, to be honest. Ooh, decisions. This isn't as popular, but could help decrease car usage. So let's do it, because it increases health as well. Let's do this one now. Health up 3%, car usage down a few percent, as well as rail usage and bus usage. Let's go with that. We are getting more political capital, so there's more out there that we can do, which is good. Rural development grants, poor earnings up, quality up, GDP up, car usage up though. I want to avoid getting the car usage any higher at the moment, to be honest. Taxes, crypto, public services, climate change adoption fund, it would really take unemployment down. Oh, it's such a tough ask because it is really costly, particularly while trying to get debt down. Let's have a look at our income at the moment, because we don't want to become an uncompetitive economy. High speed rail is really up there now, isn't it? We've already got max technology grants. Ooh, it's whether, do we risk it or do we not on the climate change adoption fund? Let's put it in because it's going to take a while. How much do we fund it? Unemployment down 5% with that. It cost 11 billion. Whereas if we have a long-term prediction system, unemployment goes down nearly 10%. Farmers up. Environmentalists given a boost. They might just be too much at once. If we go for a warning system, we get some of the positives there as well as decreasing unemployment. So let's go for that now. Let's play it a bit safer with that. Is there any last ones we could do? Alcohol awareness campaign. It's not that popular, but hey, let's go with it. Better now than before the election. Reduce alcohol consumption, which should help the health service. Credit rating downgraded. We're now back down to AA. That's a bit of a blow. We've got a budget deficit of 10.27 billion. Wow. That changed fast. Still very popular. Gig economy is being threatened there. Why is things suddenly taking a turn for the worst on that? Global economy is going down. Our relative GDP has just dropped an awful lot. tax, whether we try and tough it out a bit. We've paid down nearly 200 billion of the debt. We tough it out for a bit. Right. Try and tough it out for a bit. Is there any taxes we could bring in that are going to help us? Automation tax would help us, but it's not popular. Reduce automation, but its negative effects on technology. Frequent flyer tax is popular. Tax credits are popular. Oh, dearie me. What can we do? Environmental traffic congestion. Well, we've got gridlock, never mind congestion. And the congestion's feeding into that, which isn't helped by road building. If we increase the funding for road building, however, traffic congestion will come down, unemployment will go down, congestion down another 9%, car usage will increase, environmentally less happy motorists have been getting a hammering recently. So let's spend a bit more on that whilst trying to not blow ourselves into oblivion on some of these things. Because the budget is taking a bit of a hit now. Do we increase payroll taxes? It's going to have a negative effect on GDP, so that doesn't seem like a great idea. Corporation tax at 19% is quite low. If we put that up to 24%, GDP would have a slight knock, socialism would slightly increase, but we would get around 3 billion more in tax revenue, and it is historically quite low. So, see how far close we can get that there. 16.73 billion. Let's go for it. We've not changed the tax in a while. We haven't, so diverted profits tax is working well. Keep the country tidy campaign. Healthy eating campaign, they're all at max. Compulsory foreign language lessons. We brought that in last term. Popular Food Standards Agency. Health, food price, plant-based diets. Probably want to leave that where it is. Organised crime is still a bit of a problem, although it's getting better. Witness protection is now kind of fully enabled on that. The tobacco ban. Not popular with liberals. Think about freedom, but it is funding organised crime. Oh, that is a pain. If we take it down to there, we will have a slight reduction there in organised crime, so I think we should try and go for that, definitely. Argentina keeps on planting flags there. Maybe we should look at the military when the economy turns up a bit. Arlene Harris used to have a great life running a small bicycle business. Dreams now shattered by the government policy on import tariffs. Sorry, it's to boost our own economy, that's why I put it in. Very popular with the voters, get 90% next election. We've got a very small budget deficit. global economy is alright, neither boom nor bust, crime is going down, which is good. Considering the global economy isn't going great, we're not doing too badly, to be honest, economically. Organised crime. Now if we look at tobacco again, so we've got ban tobacco as a policy, and I'm thinking we cancel it. Let's stop funding organised crime, let's not ban it. Oh, this is the public spaces ban, I get it. Until we get rid of organised crime, because how much is that still costing us, organised crime? It's still costing us $1 billion. Do you know what? For now, I know it's a bit retrograde, but let's... if we reduce it to the minimum, it's only going to kind of halve it. Let's cancel the policy for now. We'll scrap it. Let's try and get a grasp on organised crime. Gridlock is coming massively down, which is good. Respiratory illness not coming down. Pollution controls affect GDP. But if we put it up, the environment benefits a lot. We reduce our emissions, and it doesn't cost us a lot. Let's do this. We've got to protect the environment. Gridlock. Respiratory, the environment, that's where we were. Pollution control is going to help with that. Hybrid cars could be the way forward. What can we do here? Now if we take the hybrid cars initiative up to maximum, we reduce oil demand big time again. Car usage does go up a bit though. Right, let's revert that. I don't think that's doing what we want it to do necessarily. The environment. What else can we encourage that might be popular with transport? Congestion charge, there's some biofuel, but we're going to send food price up. We don't want to do that. Right to die, right to privacy. Oh, this is definitely much harder in the second term. Military spending, if we increase that a lot, it will boost technology, but we can't afford it at the moment, not with the way things are going. So, oh, should we see where we sit with that? Should we see where we sit? Because I almost don't want to change too much at the moment with that being dealt with by getting rid of the tobacco ban, alcohol law. Make the minimum age 21, it would go down. Make the minimum age 16. Just reduced organised crime. More liberal. No, I think we'll leave that at 18. And what's this one? Environmental protests. Need to sort out the environment. Right, let's see where we're at with that. Can't think what to change at the moment. Ban non-LED light bulbs. Yeah, absolutely. Fastest way to get people to change. Don't see a problem with that. Sally Young, Chancellor might be leaving politics. Gridlock's now eased. Average speeds faster than a snail's pace again, so commuters and motorists will be very relieved. This also means learning to drive will no longer seem futile for our citizens. Fantastic. We're on the edge of bureaucracy. 92% popularity, which is amazing. We don't have to worry about that at the moment. Cabinet's supportive. We've got a small deficit of 9.31 billion. We do want to try and deal with that though, because that's the main thrust from before. Global economy is in recession though. Do we increase income tax? If we increase it from where we're at, then middle incomers are going to hate us. But it will get us back on track with the deficit. Because income tax is not popular with the voters, so if we want to do it, we want to do it now. We could put it up to 72%, but middle incomers are going to absolutely hate us. GDP is going to get a bit of a hammering. Let's revert that change. If we increase it from 50% to 55%, that gets us an extra, nearly an extra 10 billion. So it is kind of worth it. The only worry is there on the middle incomers, but it's not too much of a difference. The GDP goes down slightly more. I think it's risk worth taking. Let's go for it. Right. Now, the economy. Small business grants, we could offset it with small business grants, couldn't we? Which help boost GDP. Taxes, any taxes that are popular, tax credits are popular. Ugh. Married tax allowance, self-tax credits, frequent flyer tax. The empty homes tax, not popular at all. Automation tax is becoming more popular. Ooh, decisions. Youth club subsidies. Police drones, people aren't happy with. Right to privacy, but it would affect GDP. Subsidised school buses. Electric cars would help the environment massively, wouldn't it? But we are talking about spending more money then. But we don't want to cut back on anything really. If anything, it'd be good to increase some of these spendings. 2 billion, not even for an extra billion. Cost, we've got crime would go down, violent crime would go down, unemployment would go down, corruption would go down. I think we're going to go for that. Let's boost the police service, which will increase our security. Enterprise investment schemes already at the maximum. Social care is quite low. It does reduce healthcare demand. What's the cost of increasing it? They can be quite significant, can't they? revert that for now. Nuclear weapons. Always a controversial one, but the environmentalists don't like it. Agriculture subsidies. Could basically double spending on that. It would bring the food price way down. Farmers would go up, unemployment would go down. Capitalists aren't big fans of it. Let's go for that. I think it might improve things. Rent controls. Nobody really wants them, so we'll go. Oof. Who's gone? Public services. Right, Home Office. Home Office. Right, let's go with Andre Edwards. You are appointed. Private space industry. Although historically big space projects have been undertaken by governments, advances in technology mean there is now a huge potential in the market for commercialisation of space exploration and space travel, including private satellites, space tourism, and even asteroid mining. And we started this positive situation through our investment in technology and business confidence. Fantastic! It's what we like. Positive stories. Corporate exodus soon. Oh, is this because of corporation tax? Maybe we need to chill corporation tax where it is. Or is it not? To be fair, looks like the effects are almost being fully implemented. Although it suggests they're not so. Let's drop it back down. Let's put it at 21% then. Let's go with that then. 89% popularity, so we've got no problem on that front. Economy is in recession, we've got a small budget deficit. Right, hopefully that will stave off any kind of rebellions. Transport, subsidised school buses. Do want to get rid of that deficit though, so that we don't have to start having government borrowing creeping in as a big source of spending. Right. Oh, what should we do? Try and grow the economy. Sell citizenship. Bit controversial, isn't it? Rural development grants would increase our GDP. Would increase car usage, but is that not dropping? Not enough. Let's get bus usage on the up. 'Cause that's quite cheap. Let's see where we're at. Crime now virtually eradicated. Education's on the way up. GDP health is at max. Perfect. Poverty is low, GDP is high. Policy reversal. Voters have noticed your reversal of position regarding corporation tax, and this has affected your perception of trustworthiness. Policy flip-flop. Well, we did want... We needed to do it to stop corporate exodus. That would be worse. People forget it by the election. National team exits the World Cup earlier than expected. We cannot contain our disappointment. We should be used to it by now in the UK, but alright. Organised crime. Police have now cracked the problem with organised crime and the crime lords are behind bars. Perfect. Tonight's headlines. Cannot thank the government enough. They literally saved my husband's life. I'll vote for the new left until I die. Thanks to organ donation. Currently running a deficit of 12.84 billion. We need to take steps to reduce this. We do. And if we can't put the tax... If we can't put the tax on the companies... We need to put the tax on the middle incomers, potentially. But it's 73% of the population. We can't keep on hammering them. Otherwise they will obliterate us at the next election. Although, it doesn't seem to have affected us so far. Tax. Right, we've got a load more options here now. Any that we've not... Recent financial transactions tax. Affects GDP though. Automation tax. Reduce technology and automation a bit, but it will bring in some extra money to help us pay and offset the problems that it causes, so let's implement it. We'll reduce technology a bit, but if we have it at 38% to start with, bring in a bit of money. It's not popular, but if we do it now, we've got plenty of time left, so let's do that. And we can boost technology and industrial automation by spending some of the money on robotic research grants. So it does kind of help balance it out and offset the negative technological effects. So actually I quite like that idea. Biofuel subsidies, we don't want to increase the food price. Electric cars though would help, but it is a bit costly. Needle exchange program would increase health. Why wouldn't we want to do it then? Popular with the voters, let's go. Safeguard oil surprise. Well, we can't go into another country and attack. Our military isn't even that good anyway, so we're not going to deploy troops. Liberal and ethnic minorities are happier. Oil supply down, but we've taken steps to reduce our reliance on it. Patriot strong leader down. Bureaucracy is imminent, but it's been imminent for a while. Polls are optimistic that we get 95% of the vote, which would be amazing. Global economy is in deep recession. We've got a minor budget deficit of 9.33 billion. I don't think we're doing that badly, considering where the world is at globally, because the economy has tanked. Hopefully once it picks up, we can start helping with this. Now it is having a negative effect on technology, that, but it is bringing in a lot of money. Let's not increase it for now. Let's have a look at whatever else we can do. So tax. Punitive tax on superstores. Plastics tax. Packaging tax. We could get away with some of the really unpopular things at the moment. But it's whether it's good for us in the long term. Small business grants to boost GDP. Should we go with it? I want to beware of spending too much money. Ooh. expenditure is high on a lot of these things. It's going up for certain things as well. Let's see. Oh, should we see where we are and carry on, or? Ooh, let's carry on. See where we are. Fracking. I'll just get shale gas, but it will affect the environment. Drive energy prices down. Reduce dependence. Boost for the economy. Our environmental risk. Let's allow fracking for now. I think it's part of our transition away from fossil fuels. Environment's happy. GDP up. Capitalist up. Oil supply up. Corporate exodus. Oh my gosh. We can't be having that. Well, this is going to be a bit of a pain. So it's having a massive effect on GDP. Right, let's do an emergency corporation tax cut, I think, to 10%. What would that cost us? 7 billion. But the corporate exodus is going to cost us a lot more. In fact, yeah, let's go down to 10%. Temporarily. So we need to sort that out. 95% of the vote, the economy's in deep recession, small budget deficit, because we can't have a corporate exodus. We literally can't. Universal basic income. We are getting access now as we get more political capital. Some pretty juicy things. Internet tax. Affect technology. Punitive wealth tax. Would help corporate exodus though. Mansion tax. Financial transactions tax. Cryptocurrency tax. Right, an anti-corruption agency. Sounds good. Transport. Right, car usage go down. Toll roads are very popular. Potentially a bit of income. Car usage goes down. Congestion goes down. Ooh, toll roads could be a good call, you know. Just a tad of extra income. Driverless cars. Ooh. Capitalist like computers like motorist technology, industrial automation. Driverless cars. Should also help congestion, that, to be honest, but toll roads are quite popular. Reduce congestion. Let's go with that. Let's get some toll roads in. Put it up to maximum. It's going to reduce motorists, increase commuters. Car usage will drop 5%. Congestion over 10%. Let's go. See where we're at. Policy reversal on corporation tax again with flip-flop, so trustworthiness is going down. National sports stars gagged by foreign powers. Athletes need to check the contracts before speaking their mind. Grovelling apology. Angry car salesman because of car emissions limits. Well, we need to move forward. Government's run the budget deficit of 28.38 billion. That is horrendous. We've literally gone into reverse on that. We've got it worse than when we started our first term. Global economy is in deep recession though. We are popular. Unemployment down, GDP up. Do we just ride out the storm? What we really need is this corporate exodus to stop. The corporation tax changes are taking a while to come in. The economy. Green Earth Electronics, help with energy efficiency. Ooh, small business grants. How can we stop corporate exodus? Tax shelter. Could do it temporarily. It could be unpopular, but we could just do it temporarily. Will help boost GDP and reduce corporate exodus. Needs must at the moment, I think, to get rid of this corporate exodus problem, and then we can talk about getting rid of it again. I think that's wise. Let's get foreign relations up as well with the diplomatic service. Doesn't cost us a lot, but could boost trade. International retailer wants to introduce delivery drones. Yeah, it's not delivery to customers at the moment. Trade unions are highly critical. Well, we won't know until we start a pilot. Yeah, let's start a pilot. Capitalists like it, traffic congestion downgrade, technology up. That's good. Egalitarian society. Fantastic. I mean, it started, but it's looked like it's stopped. Possibly because we've introduced the tax shelter. Understand our different backgrounds better and better these days due to cultural exchange and education. People now treating each other equally. Living in society makes people very happy and less likely to cause harm to others. Major donor abandons party. Great. Bureaucracy is imminent still. We've got a deficit of 21.19 billion. It's better, but the economy is in recession. 95% of the vote if there's an election. National debt is spiraling again though. Oof. Oof. What can we do? Could increase car tax. Tobacco tax is a bit of a problem. Could increase it to decrease tobacco usage, which could reduce healthcare costs. And 2.87 billion would make us over $1 billion. So let's go from 23% to 41% and go. Still rent control's only one that's available. Let's see where that lands us. Tender gay wedding, absolutely. 21st century. Liberals up, religious down. Poverty is on its way up again, but GDP's on its way up. Respiratory disease, good news on the health front. Doctors are happy to report respiratory illnesses have fallen significantly and they're back to acceptable levels. However, the egalitarian society, it was a great time for equality, but everything had to end eventually. People are now more concerned with their own lives and worries again, so less make us feel less accepted and welcome. Bureaucracy. We've got a bureaucracy. Too many laws. Interesting. Too many laws. Maybe we can pull back on some of it. Budget deficit is 14.84 billion. Got over 500,000 extra people signed up. We get 96% of the vote. At least the deficit's heading back in the right direction, but how's the corporate exodus doing? Well, it's tilting down a lot. Tax shelters is going to help that a lot, and corporation tax effect is still coming down. Gonna have to suffer with it a while longer, unfortunately, though. Too many laws. Right, well, let's have a look at what's on the statute book. We could replace a lot of the benefits with UBI if it's available. Economy. Where's it gone? Oh, welfare, there we go. It costs too much at the moment. Bureaucracy would go down. And what we could do is we could cancel. So it's the limit, at the minimum, it requires £22 billion, which is a lot of money, but if we cancel disability benefit, child benefit, that's like 9 billion. Would you cut state pensions then? That would be a bit radical, wouldn't it? Ooh. Could be radical, but could really work. Unemployed benefit could then go as well. But we would have to put UBI in place first. To be fair. And there's some crossover. This is risky, but let's see if we can get another political capital to do this next turn. Watch debt spiral. One of the ministers is gone. Great. Chancellor. Right. Claude Martin, come on down. Affair, a porn star has publicly accused you of having an affair with them. Oh, great. I didn't, by the way. Technological advantage, productivity and GDP up, corporate excess down. Okay, that's good. New major party donor, good news. No idea why the government's done this. Still opposes the right to die. Budget deficit is 17.52 billion. Popular with the majority of voters at 90%. We've got 32 now. We could do UBI. A universal welfare payment given to everyone in society at a flat rate regardless of their income or wealth is seen as a good way to simplify welfare bureaucracy as well as provide universal safety net for all citizens and pave the way for a reduction in work made possible by automation, which is where we're heading currently at the moment with all our investment in technology. Corporate exodus should be stopping soon. Fantastic. And it would help us reduce bureaucracy. Do you know what? Let's do it. I know this might be a bit risky this close to this an election, but it's not popular with the voters though at all, is it? But we need it to sort out the deficit. Let's go. Let's do it. We're doing it. Let's put it at its minimum for now. Capitalists say poverty's down, wages up, bureaucracy is down, mental health is up. Let's do it. Healthy living achievement. Woohoo! GDP is up near the max, health top, education near top, unemployment down, crime non-existent, poverty non-existent, disguised employment law. There has been a substantial rise in the number of zero-hour gig economy businesses, such as taxi apps in recent years. The law has failed to catch up. Some companies say it's disguised employment designed to avoid providing holiday pay or sick pay to employees. Absolutely. Declare the gig economy as disguised employment. These companies, basically high-tech taxi and delivery companies, making use of a loophole to prevent themselves paying sick pay, pension contributions and other basic entitlements. It's unfair to those who play by the spirit of the law. Tighten the regulation to allow for fair competition. Yes. So the poor like it, but the capitalists don't. Corporate exodus. Concerns about corporate exodus from the country have subsided. Environmental protests have ceased. Fantastic. Antibiotic-resistant bacteria is on the rise, though. Need to think about that. Budget deficit of 33 billion. Need to reduce spending and raise taxes. 84% of the public would vote for us. Global economy is in deep recession. Right. Achievement unlocked. Healthy living. Hey, do you feel good? Me too. Isn't life fantastic? I guess it's that that healthy lifestyle we all lead these days, partly thanks to this government's obsession with the health of its citizens. Yeah. Right. This deficit is the highest it's ever been. We need to start cancelling the things that UBI is replacing. Can't cancel state pensions yet. We need to cancel disability benefits. It's been replaced by UBI. Help us go down with bureaucracy as well. Child benefit has to go. Can't afford to do it at the moment. We have to go to a next turn. We'll allow the airport expansion. Increase a bit of tourism. We could do without. Budget deficit of 31.38 billion. 87% popularity. The economic forecast is gloomy, but we should be able to cancel some more welfare that's been replaced by UBI. Although not state pensions, they're holding on to them for dear life. Right, child benefit, cancel. This could be electoral suicide, I have to say. But let's give it a go, see if we can transfer over. Unemployed benefit. It's not popular. Right, we're going to have to go to cancel that. Major party donor wants a frequent flyer tax. It's going to affect GDP though. Give us a bit of spending though. Alright, just a slight hit on GDP, let's leave it there. Give us a couple of billion. But I can't cancel me benefit spending now though. Right, let's see if we leave it one more turn and we can cancel the state benefits, the state pension one, because that's the biggie for us. Improve tenancy rights. Well, we have got a problem with that, so let's improve tenants' rights. Many people simply cannot afford deposits to buy the home they've resigned, in fact, renting their whole life. The lack of decent protections from random eviction or rent increases mean that people have the peace of mind as stability that homeowners enjoy. Landowners who take their duties seriously have nothing to fear from sensible improvements to the law. Definitely. Capitalists and wealthy do not like that though. We have got class warfare imminent. Because equality's increased a lot, really? Confused. Let's try and improve some people's happiness. We're going to have to try and help the socialists, trade unionists, the youth, and the poor. Oh dear, this is not good. Well, this is a big disaster, I would say. Oh dear, right. Oh dear. Well, let's put that one behind us. We've only got 22 political capital now. Can we at least reduce spending on state pensions then? Because it's been replaced by UBI. We reduce it to there, basically save over 10 billion. So let's go with that and see where we're at. Weapons of mass destruction are theoretically a weapon of last resort and work purely as deterrent. With this in mind, there is pressure for you to publicly commit to no first use of any such weapons. Well, announcing the strategy can be dangerous, but ruling out a first strike, this is simply a public way to reiterate our purpose to possessing such weapons. Yeah, we're saying we're keeping them as a deterrent, and if that is our public purpose, then we're not tying the hands of our military, really. We're just reiterating what we already say in a different way. We don't have any expansionary plans, so clearly such weapons exist purely as a form of defence by deterring foreign aggression, which we think is an important thing, that we keep our nuclear deterrent. This is also a way to encourage others to make the same claim and could lead to less international tension in a safer world. Yeah. Liberals happy? Patriots? No. Strong leader? No. Great. Environmental protests might be on our hands soon. 91% popularity, running the budget deficit of 13.46 billion. We need to nail down on that again. Global economy is still in recession. Let's speak to the environmentalists. Let's speak to the liberals because they are high membership. Let's speak to the conservatives. And to the young people, give them a bit of a boost. Ooh, that's good. What a great start. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Alright, alright. Woohoo! Good speech, that makes up for last time. Right, fab. Close to the election now though, isn't it? Right, expenditure. We could lower pensions further. Do we, don't we? Save another 5 billion. The UBI thing has kind of hit us at the wrong time. Unemployed benefit. Can't cancel. Let's reduce the state pensions again. It's been replaced by UBI. So that brings the cost down further. Let's see where we're at. Argentina is going to keep on planting flags. Can we just like send a ship there? If we don't increase our military, this is going to keep on happening, clearly. Class warfare. Wow. Violent gangs have taken serious issue of class war to the streets of major companies in wealthy areas being targeted. Tax shelters is contributing big time to that. Oh, corporate exodus has stopped. Social media addiction has started. Great. Productivity, mental health, and everyone is down. Respiratory disease is nearly back up there. Polls are optimistic that we get 90%. Don't want to make any manifesto promises again. Right, let's speak to the Conservatives. Let's speak to the youth. Let's speak to the wealthy. Let's speak to the trade unionists. Ooh, ooh. Oh dear. That is not good. Back up a bit again. Oh, that was a bit mediocre, to say the least. 12 now. Deficit is getting smaller. State pensions we could lower again. cut the cost to 11 billion, another 4 billion or so. It's been replaced by UBI. Alright, let's see what happens with all this. Election night. Well, this second term was certainly a lot harder than the first term in many ways, but let's see what happens. So here we are. By far, we've got the biggest spending boost and activist turnout. Let's see if that translates through. We have been consistently popular, and if anything, only got more popular, but only time will tell. Let's go. Oh, this is looking even better than last time. Non-voters down significantly. Our majority's gone from 72% to 87% of the vote. So we've now had 74.7% of the electorate cast the vote for us. 54.7 million votes. The United Left, which was creeping up on us last time, has had its share halved and are our closest competitor. The right has been decimated further. Smaller parties have come up, but still nowhere near. However, it is important to note that the third party has now been overtaken by a combination of the smaller parties. Non-voters have gone down, but the majority of non-voters are our supporters. That was interesting. Our turnout was 87.93%. The turnout for the new route was 94.44, but obviously of a lot smaller number. So let's have a look. Breakdown. Every group apart from religious is very supportive of us to a greater or lesser extent. We're most popular clearly with youth and the self-employed and the Liberals, but even the Tories, the Conservatives there, over 52% have voted for the New Left, so it's not bad at all, that. Retired votes, we're getting there. Motorists, yeah, that's fantastic. So changes since we were first elected. Currency strength, we've continued to build on that, up nearly 60%. Equality, however, has dropped massively. That's probably largely to do with the tax shelters, which come the third term we will have to look at addressing seriously. Rare earth metal prices, we said we'd grip that in the second term, but they've gone up another, well, they've gone up 50% in total now. We really need to hammer that. And international trade, we need to look at a way we can boost that back. GDP up 45% overall, fantastic. Wages up 44%, great progress made here, which is why it's surprising the quality is so much down. Air travel's up 43%, industrial automation up 42%, crime down 40% now, nearly double what it was at the end of term 1 in terms of decrease. That's fantastic. High earnings continue to increase a lot. Education's had a massive boost. Food and oil prices are plummeting. Productivity's up, human development's up, technology's up. Electric car transitions accelerate massively. Plant-based diets are up there. Poverty we've pretty much eradicated, as we saw before. Lifespan's up a quarter. Telecoms are up. Private pensions have seen a surge during this second term, largely due to our UBI policy and cutting state pension. Poor earnings are up 23%. Bus usage is up. Cryptocurrency adoption is being fueled in this second term, probably because of tax changes. Gender equality is up over a fifth. Generational wealth gap has decreased by almost a fifth, so that was going up after our first term. It's now gone heavily into reverse. CO2 emissions down nearly 15%. Energy efficiency up nearly the same amount the other way. Corruption down 15%. Foreign relations does need some work in the third term. Stability's gone up. Alcohol consumption down. Inflation has started to go up quite a bit, so we do need to keep a close eye on that. Oil supply down. Unemployment down over 10%. Environment, though, is being affected. Again, the environment will still be a big issue going into term 3. Private healthcare, interestingly, is boosted despite our massive increase in funding for healthcare during the first term. Car usage is up 11%, but we've offset that by a new road building programme this term. Health has increased over 10%. Oil demand has actually decreased, I'm guessing, by 10%. Rail industry and the water industry have had nearly a 10% boost. Tourism is down, that's something we want to look to increase. Population is up 10%. Emigration down, more people are choosing to stay. Private housing is up, middle earnings is up, private schools are down, not surprised due to our mass investment in state education during the first term. Foreign investment has gone up 7%, traffic congestion down 7%, working week down now 6%, it was down a couple of percent after term 1, we've now got it down further. Internet speed up 6%, illegal immigration down, average temperature is going in the right direction to help the environment. Charity, probably due to the increase in taxes, gone down nearly 5%. Violent crime decreased 3%. Mental health is decreasing though, largely due to the social media addiction that we've got going on now. Democracy has increased 3%. Healthcare demand has increased, but we've made it more available. Tobacco usage has gone down marginally, probably due to our tax increase on tobacco products, and immigration down slightly. So voter analysis, there are less people that are firmly against us, and even the ones which chose not to vote or voted against us kind of do broadly approve us, over 50%. Our fanatics really like us and are more likely to vote. And in terms of the political compass, we went out Liberal, but less so during term 1, which helped us win the second term as well as decreasing our deficit. However, this time we did go then with some capitalist policies, circled back away from that, went back up, so we've been a bit crisscross across the political spectrum, but we've actually ended up less capitalist this term and more liberal than we did during our first term. We have got the debt problem back again though, so it's how we approach that, and if we can reduce that debt again, we can hopefully start paying down the debt by eliminating the deficit again. So we'll see what we can do with that, having restored the economy, and continue our project into the third term of replacing legacy benefits with a universal basic income. Okay, that's it for term 2. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe for term 3 of Tax and Elect.